Hello guys, what's up? Let's start today's lesson with a question. Okay, so what is linear equation? Okay, this is what we did in class 7, 8, alright, and in class 9. Now, any equation, okay, in which the power of the variable used is 1, then that type of equation is called linear equation. For example, if I write x plus y is equals to 3. Now here, x and y are the two variables used and the power here is 1. So this kind of equation is called linear equation. Now, second question. What is simultaneous equation? This also you did in your previous classes. Now what is simultaneous equation? Any two linear equations together is called simultaneous equation. For example, x plus y is equals to 3 and x minus y is equals to 1. Now, can you solve this simultaneous equation? Yes, isn't it? We can use cross multiplication method, we can use elimination method or substitution method to find the value of x and y, isn't it? Now, we can easily find by using elimination method. Now, let us add one more variable here, or x plus y minus 3. Now, can you, or let's add one more variable, w, or let's add another. Now, can you find the value of all the variables that are used in the simultaneous equation? Now, it will be difficult, alright? Now, to solve this kind of problem, alright, in 1857, alright, Arthur Kelly, a British mathematician, has developed an algebraic solution to solve a simultaneous linear equation with the help of mathematics, or a branch of mathematics that is which we are going to discuss today. Now, that branch of math which helps us to find the value of the variable if it is more than 2, okay, that is developed in 1857 by a British mathematician, okay, Arthur Kelly, okay, and that branch of mathematics is called matrix or matrices. Now, don't get confused with matrix or matrices. Matrix is singular and matrices is plural. Alright? Now, so these days matrices are used not only to find the value of the variable in this type of simultaneous equation, but they are also used in physics, chemistry, and in most of the part of mathematics. Alright? Or economics or accounts. Alright? So this is a very important part of mathematics. So today we'll discuss on matrices. Alright, now this lesson, alright, comprises of 4 videos. The first one includes introduction to the matrices. Now in the first video we'll discuss about different types of matrices, order of matrices, alright, and in second video we'll discuss about the basic operators of matrices like addition, subtraction, alright, and equating the two matrices, alright. Now in the third video we'll discuss about the multiplication. Now see, till class 10 you have multiplication, addition and subtraction. Division you don't have. Division you have to do it in class 12, alright. Then in the fourth video we'll discuss about finding the order of matrix and finding the matrix for a special type of sum. So, alright, so let's get started. Now, what is a matrix? Now, matrix is nothing but the arrangement of number in a kind of a box. Alright, so let me explain to you with an example. Now, if you look at this simultaneous equation, now here we can easily use elimination method to find the value of x and y. Alright, but now how will you find the value of the variable by using matrix method? Now, if you look at this one, what is the coefficient of x here? 1. Here also 1. The coefficient of y is 1. Here is minus 1. Alright. Now, we write the coefficient of x, y and x and y here in a kind of a box. Alright. Then we write what we are finding the value of the variable and whatever is there on the right hand side. So 3 and 3. Alright. Now by the end of all the videos on matrices, you'll come to know what is this, and you can easily solve this equation by using matrix method to find the value x and y. Alright, rather than the simultaneous equation. Alright, now if you look at this one, now the number or whatever variable we're finding, that I've kept it in I've arranged this number or the variable in a kind of a box. Now the arrangement of this kind of arrangement in which the numbers are arranged in the box called matrix. Alright, so matrix is nothing but arrangement of numbers, alright, in a kind of a box. Alright, now here, alright, now if you have A, B, C, D, E, F, if you look at this one, here I've arranged some number in a kind of a box, not exactly a box, kind of. Now this kind of arrangement is called matrix. Okay, now all the number, alright, whatever are there inside this box are called element or elements. Alright, now we'll discuss about the type of matrices, but before that, first we'll discuss about the order of matrix or the matrices. Now this order of the matrix or the matrices are very, very important because to add, subtract, or to do any calculation, okay, the order of the matrices has to be same here. All right, when we do multiplication, then we have a different rule for multiplication, so that we'll discuss in the third video. All right, but first the order of the matrix. So if we take any matrix, matrix is the arrangement of number. All right, so A, B, C, D, E, F, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, or 1 and 2, or 1, 2, 3. So if you look at this one, I have arranged some of the number in a kind of rectangular box. Now what is the order of the matrix? Now order of the matrix is nothing but number of rows and number of column. Rows and column. Alright, now so number of rows are nothing but the horizontal line of the element, and number of column are nothing but the vertical element of the line. Okay, now so many students will get confused to find the horizontal and the vertical, or the number of rows or the column. But when I was in school, I used to remember it this way. Now the horizontal start from edge. Okay, so in edge we draw a line like this in the middle, so it goes like this. So all these kind of lines are rows, and in vertical V is going up, so all these kind of lines are called column. Alright, now so if you look at this example, this line, remember edge, this line, so this line are called rows. So how many rows we have? We have 2 rows here, 1, 2, and how many column here? Remember V is going up, so column. So 1, 2 and 3. So 3 column we have. So the order of this matrix, we write it as R. This is not into, this is called cross. So it means that how many rows and how many columns. We are not multiplying the row and column. Keep this in mind. Now the order of the matrix is given by row, cross, column. So for this matrix, how many rows we have? 2 rows, and how many columns? 3. So it means that, so we have 2 rows and 3 columns. For example, if I write 1 cross 3, it means that we have 1 row and 3 columns. Clear? Alright. Now let's move on to the next example. So if you look at this one, so how many rows we have? 1, 2, 3, and how many columns? 2. So what is the order of this matrix? Yes, 3 rows and 2 columns. Remember that. How we write the order of the matrix? Row cross column, not column cross row. Alright. Now let's look at the another example. So how many rows we have? We have one row, and how many columns we have? Two columns. So the order of this matrix is 1 cross 2. Now let's look at this one. So how many rows we have? 1, 2, 3. So 3 rows, and how many columns we have? 1. So the order of this matrix is 3 cross 1. Alright. Now let's discuss about the types of matrices. Types of matrix or matrices. Alright. The first one is row matrix. Now in row matrix, it is a matrix having one row. For any matrix, if the number of row is 1, then it is called row matrix. For example, if you look at this one, 1 and 2. Now, how many rows we have? 1. So this kind of matrix are called row matrix. Alright. And number 2, column matrix. Now, any matrix having number of column 1. For example, so one column. So if you look at this one, so we're not considering the row, keep this in mind. For the column matrix, the number of column is 1, so it is called column matrix. Number 3 is called square matrix. In square matrix, the number of rows and the column has to be same. For example, 2, 2, 3 and 1. Now if you look at this one, we have 2 rows and we have 2 columns. So the number of row and the column has to be same. One more example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So if you look at this one, 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so these kind of matrices are called square matrices. Keep this in mind till class 10. All the matrices of order 2 cross 2 only you get. You won't get 3 cross 3. Alright. And one more important thing, as you have noticed something? No? Okay. Now if you look at this one, while writing the elements, the number inside the box are called element, you have to leave a gap. You cannot write the value like this. If you look at this one, then this will be your 2 row and 1 column. But here we have 2 rows, 2 columns. Right? So you have to leave a gap while writing the element. Alright, otherwise the whole thing will get wrong. Okay, now the next type of matrix is called null or zero matrix. Now in this type of matrix, null or zero. Now in this type of matrix, all the element will be zero. This type of matrix is called zero matrix. Alright, now the fifth one is your diagonal. In the diagonal matrix, what happens? We'll get only the diagonal matrix, but the other element will be zero. For example, if you look at this one, we'll get only the diagonal element, but the other element will be zero. Now this is a diagonal element. So this type of matrix are called diagonal. Now the next one, which is very, very important, you'll get question related with this one quite often. Okay, so it is called unit or identical matrix. I'm repeating it, unit or identical matrix. This is very, very important. Now here it is somewhat like diagonal matrix only, but here the diagonal element whatever we'll get will be 1. Alright, and the other element will be 0 and 0. If you look at this one, 1, 1 and 1. Keep this in mind, 3, 3 matrix you won't get till class 10. That you have to do in class 11. Now we'll discuss about the 2 important property of matrices, okay, which is there in your syllabus. Alright, so the first one is transpose matrix. Alright, now let me explain you with an example. So let us take matrix A as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now the transpose, the name itself says that transpose means change. Yes sir. Now what happens here is row will change to column and column will change to row. Now if you look at this one, this is your row, isn't it? Now this will be your column. So 1 and 2. Now this is your row. So row will be your column. Or this is your column 1 and 3. So this will be your row. And this is your column. This will be your row. Now this is the transformation. Okay, so this is called transpose matrix. Now if A is a matrix, then its transpose is this one. So we write it like this. Alright, for example, let's take matrix A as 1, 3, 8, 9, 0, 2 and 1, 3 and 9. So if you look at this one, alright, what happens? Now before that, now did you observe anything here? Okay, so whatever is transposed, okay, now look at the first element. The first element and the last element will remain as it is, isn't it? Second element and the third element will change, but the first two elements will remain same, isn't it? Now here also, first and the last element, if you transpose, will remain same, 1 and 9, and the other element will change. So that means row will be a column. So 1, 3 and 8. Alright, and then here also row will be a column. So 9, 0 and 2. Here also row will be a column, 1, 3 and 9. So if you look at this one, first and the last element will remain same and the other element will change. Alright, now the next property is here, additive inverse. Alright, now this is also very important and easy also. Alright, now the second property is here, additive inverse. Alright, now let's take any matrix A. 1, minus 3, minus 2 and 3. Now what happens here is the sign of each element will change. That is called additive inverse. So if you look at the original matrix A, its sign is plus, minus, minus and plus. So its additive inverse will be, here is plus, so its sign will change to minus. Here is minus, will change to plus. Here is minus, so it will change to plus, and this is plus, will change to minus. So this is the additive inverse. So in additive inverse, the sign of the element will change. Now in the next video, we'll discuss about the operators or the operations that we do in matrices like addition, subtraction and the equation, okay, relating the two matrices, all right, in an equation. So this is what we'll discuss.